What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not new and you come back to watch another video again and again and again, honestly, I know I say it every single video, but it shows how much I do appreciate it, so thank you very much. All right, let's talk boxing. Kell Brook. One of my favourite British boxers in the last 10 years. He's definitely up there. I definitely have him in my top 10 favourites. I'm not saying top 10 best. Top 10 favourite boxers of the last 10 years. Obviously, unfortunately, the last couple of fights haven't gone his way. He suffered back-to-back losses against Gennady Golovkin and Errol Spence Jr. You know, there's a lot of people said, especially after the Errol Spence Jr. fight, that he should retire. And I think that's very premature. Very premature. And I think it's indicative of the way we as fight fans now have gone crazy because someone loses a fight. People would have been calling for the likes of Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali to retire way early in their career after they lost a couple of fights. It just doesn't work like that. Especially when the best fight the best. I've always said that. When the best fight the best, someone's got to lose. Someone's got to lose. Especially when you fight each other in their prime. I mean, Gennady Golovkin, prior to Kell Brook fighting him. Look, I remember when Amir Khan fought Canelo Alvarez. And I remember Eddie Hearn done an interview. And Eddie Hearn said that Kell Brook, immediately after Amir Khan mentioned Canelo, Kell Brook said, "Give me GGG. Give me GGG." And everyone was like, I remember telling Ryan, my friend, that this is crazy, laughable. Like, come on, please, stop it, Kell. You're never going to get G. He fought GGG. A guy that at the time, still is, was considered probably the boogeyman of boxing. The boogeyman of boxing. I'd say him and Kovalev at the time were considered the boogeyman. Kell, who was a natural 147 pounder, said, "Let me jump up 2 weight classes and fight the boogeyman." And he did, and for a couple of rounds it was competitive. Obviously, we all know how it ended and didn't go his way. I think the big mistake for Kell Brook was, remember that GGG fight was in September. The big mistake for Kell Brook was you have orbital bone surgery. You got beaten up, it's your first loss, so that mentally will take its effect on you. What do? You rest for 3 or 4 months and get straight back into the gym and then take on another monster in Errol Spence Jr., a guy unbeaten, a guy mandatory for your belt, and you drop 13 pounds. Girls had always had problems making weight. I don't know if you guys remember the Carson Jones fight where he came in, I think, 151, 152, or something along those lines. So he's always had trouble making the 147 pounds. He makes it because his trainer is a nutritionist and very, very good at getting fighters down into their weight, hence why Billy Joe Saunders has gone there. But it's a struggle. Sorry, got to have some green tea. It's a struggle. So what do you do if someone struggles to make 147? Well, you put them up to 160. Kell probably came into the ring at, I'm guessing, about 168. This is just a guess, by the way. Kell then probably after the fight ballooned up to, I'd say, let's not go too crazy, 179, 180. Again, I'm just saying, if you come into it at 168, he's not going to go back down again, is he, in weight? He's going to go back up. You see Kell Brook, always after the interviews, his face is ballooned up. He likes his food. So then, what do? You go from 180 to 147 in possibly 2 months. Kell might have looked good on the scales against Errol Spence, but believe me, Kell was done at the weight. Kell was done at the weight. And I'm not making any excuses for him, but he was done at the weight. And if you're done at the weight, the last thing you want coming in front of you is Errol Spence Jr., who is very good at the weight, very big at the weight, very strong at the weight. It's the last thing you want to do. Alright, so what's happened now? He's now decided, or Eddie Hearn has now decided, that Kell Brook potentially will have a fight again at the end of this year. So we're talking, what, November, December, potentially. Now, call me stupid, but I think that is bloody ridiculous. So let me understand. He fractured or broke his right orbital bone against Golovkin and subsequently lost that fight in the 5th round. He then broke his opposite, the left, against Errol Spence, and subsequently that fight ended in, what, the 11th round, I think it was. So you suffered 2 defeats. Both of those have been very, very tough on you, mentally and physically. The last thing, if I'm Kell Brook, that I want to do is take a fight in November, December. That's the last thing I want to do. I want to see out the year, see how I feel, take some time off, reevaluate everything. I mean everything. Trainer, promoter, every single thing, your life, everything. And then decide if I want to, A, come back in 2018, or if I want to, a longer break. Kell Brook's what, 31 years of age? If they play it right, Kell Brook's probably still got, what, 3-4 years left? Maybe 3 or 4 massive fights left. At this stage in the career, after 2 big knockout losses like that, or 2 stoppages, you've just got to take time. You've got to take time. The only thing that makes me feel like it might make sense is Kell Brook looks like the sort of person that if he's not in the gym, what else is he doing? I mean, we heard rumours, I'll say rumours, it's true that he had problems on a flight from Marbella to England, drunk on the flight, causing trouble. Kell Brook does balloon up in weight as well. So you almost feel like Kell Brook, I'm not going to put him as, he's not Tyson Fury, but you almost feel like the best place for him is in the gym. I mean, these long periods of absence can only lead to one thing, and the mind starts to wander and go all over the place. But for me, you take time with Kell Brook. You really do. You forget 2017 completely. You let him heal mentally. Yes, the eye sockets might be okay now, but you let him heal mentally. Because the Errol Spence defeat would have been very, very hard on him. Losing to Golovkin at 160 is not a problem. Every single 147 pounder will get smashed by Golovkin. Fact. Losing to Errol Spence, your weight class, your hometown, your belt, that's going to hurt you mentally. And I think you need to take time from that. And then you really need to look carefully at who in the 154 pounds division he can take. That isn't necessarily a risk. You can't lose 3 in a row if Kell Brook, your stock goes way down. Especially to someone that is not a champion. So you've got to look at who in the 154 division is a name, a good enough opponent that you can win, but at the same time a name that you get recognition from, and a name that almost boosts you up to say, I'm still back, I am still Kell Brook, I am still special. And right now I think these are things that he's going to be questioned. I think of the 154 pound fighters out there, you wouldn't want to see him in against an Andrade, you wouldn't want to see him against a Charlo. I wouldn't even put him in against a James Kirkland right now, someone that can really punch. I'd look for someone out of the top 15, top 20, a fringe fighter. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Kell Brook not coming back against a killer. I mean, look, if Anthony Joshua's going to fight next year, May, March, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Kell Brook being on the undercard. Maybe the 3rd or 4th, not co-main event, way down on the undercard, maybe having an 8-rounder against someone, an unknown kid, just to get your confidence back again. Because, like I said, I think his confidence is low, and I feel like there's still a lot left for Kell Brook. I don't know in the 154 division, but there's still a lot left for Kell Brook. What do you guys think? Kell Brook coming back November, December? Are they crazy? Am I crazy? Let me know.